Hello, Breckenridge Eagles. This is Mrs. Price, your librarian, and I wanted to send you guys a video about two things. One is a reading challenge that I sent out just before the break, of Neurodiverse and books about mental illness. I wanted to send you guys that list because I think it's very important that we can find books that we can identify with, especially during the pandemic time when there are so many people that are experiencing mental illness or mental illness is ramping up because of quarantine or just what's happening in general around the world. So please refer back to an announcement that I sent in Canvas to get the complete list. But this is this reading that I'm sharing with you is just a letter. Dear students, I've compiled a list of books that portray characters living through many of the experiences you're living through today. Maybe you are someone that is living with ADHD, depression, anxiety, or suicidal thoughts. Maybe you know someone that is experiencing grief and loss. I challenge you to read one of these books over the break. Take from the books what you will, help yourself or help others. With love, Miss Price. And then I included a quote, what do we live for if it is not to make life less difficult for each other? So a book that's on this list is a book called The Bridge, and it is by Bill Konigsberg, and I'm actually towards the end of reading it, but I mean, it has taken me on a whirlwind so far. Okay, you see this bridge is the bridge in New York. I'm just gonna read this little synopsis and then kind of tell you my thoughts. The bridge, two teenagers, strangers to each other, have decided to jump from the same bridge at the same time, but what results is far from straightforward in this absorbing, honest lifesaver from acclaimed author Bill Konigsberg. Aaron and Tilly don't know each other, but they are both feeling suicidal and arrive at the George Washington Bridge at the same time, intending to jump. Aaron is a gay misfit struggling with depression and loneliness. Tilly isn't sure what her problem is, only that she will never be good enough. On the bridge, there are four things that could happen. Aaron jumps and Tilly doesn't. Tilly jumps and Aaron doesn't. They both jump, neither of them jumps. Or maybe all four things happen in this astonishing and insightful novel from Bill Konigsberg. So what I have found reading this book is those four scenarios is what is laid out in the book. You have to kind of pay attention as you read, but it gives you a version of what happens if Aaron jumps, a version of what happens if Tilly jumps, a version of what happens if they both jump, and finally, if neither of them jump. And it kind of jumps around in between. But it's very insightful just to be able to understand what they're feeling and how depression works, or understand what they're feeling if they experience an online bullying. Some of you may have experienced these same things, and I just encourage you that if you want to check out this book, please send me a message, come and see me, and I'm more than happy to share it with you, because I think it's very, very, very important. And not only this book, but again, take a look in Canvas at the list that I shared that has some of the other books that are right here in our library, or you can find them digitally through Destiny Discover, Destiny Explorer, one of the two. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope that you all had a great break. And I hope that at least one of you feels like maybe you may be interested in coming to check these out. So reach out to me. I'm here to help you guys. And that's just that on that. Have a great one.